the Audi A5 Facelift S5 Coupé. Join us for that review. Subscribe if you haven't done so far, and let's go. LED headlamps are now standard. They are a little bit changed also in the design. Some minor upgrades here to the front. The S5 Coupé, of course, has those very sporty accentuations here inside the grille and also contrasting lower bumper. Length 4 meters 67, 15'3" or 184 inches. And the wheelbase to the Sportback does actually differ. So the length of the Sportback is about 2 inches longer or about 6 centimeters longer than the one of the Coupé and the convertible. So this one here, obviously Coupé with 2 doors and this very sensual shape right there. You know, Audi is working a little more with edges and strong angular lines than, for example, Mercedes does. Here in this case, this is also a 20-inch wheels, the biggest ones available, pretty massive. And they also have a special tire here with this overlapping lip to protect those precious rims a little bit more. In the rear, slightly different design here for the tail lamps. Looks a little bit more modern. S5 badge here, since this is a sports version. Then a diffuser in a lower end, black contrast, and the TDI models for Europe, at least for Coupé and Sportback, they will have absolute blind fake exhaust tip on the right side. And then on the left side, you have those exhaust rings with the real exhaust on the inside. When you have the petrol V6, those ones will be real exhaust. About engines in general, for the A5 facelift, still 2-liter TFSI or 3-liter TFSI, then also available in the US, 4-cylinder, either with a 2-liter or 6-cylinder, then here with the 3-liter TFSI. And for the S5, for the US, you still get the V6 with 350 horsepower, the V6 turbo petrol engine. 4.7 seconds is the acceleration figure to 100 kilometers or 62 miles an hour. And then also for the A5 general, again, 2-liter TDI with a 4-cylinder or 6-cylinder 3-liter TDI. And in Europe, the S5 Coupé and Sportback will be the S5 TDI, then also with about 350 horsepower, but then about 5 seconds is the acceleration figure. Now let's get inside. It is still a mid-size vehicle, therefore it's not too different when getting on the inside. If you think about an Audi A4, but the roof line here is a little bit lower. Still you feel quite cozy in here, a little bit less headroom. So I'm on with this 86 or 6 with one that comes quite close actually, so you feel a little bit more roomish than in the A4. Still you can find a good seating position. Steering wheel, sporty style with this round in the middle and an S flat and so on. You can control it with the manual control, electric seats in this case. And you know, it's still decently comfortable, and you have a sporty seating position, yes, but it's not too sporty that you would say, you know, it cages you in totally, it's super uncomfortable, so I think it's good mix. Material-wise, by the way, good quality here, soft touch on the top board. Then there's some carbon fiber here as those inlets and all the buttons and so on that Audi is using. Nice clicking feedback also, so everything is very well organized. Yeah. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. That's why I prefer the Sportback for reviews. So, headroom wise, I do still fit in here. I do hit the head on the ceiling, but you know, just barely. It's barely okay. So, middle. Here with some cup holders as well. Fold them out like this. 2 USB charging ports are, by the way, also in the middle part. Then you see here we have those glass roofs here. This all can also be open actually, and there's also a shade. But now when I put the seat back, yeah, well, for a short trip, maybe to the train station or so, it still works. Of course, you will be a little bit more flexible than with the Sportback. That's why people would go for the Sportback. Also have, of course, the next door. But now Jonas gets here, that we can have a clear shot to the front. I'll start with the 12.3-inch digital instruments here on the left side because the car is not really battery powered properly. It might dissolve after a while. So, and they're crystal clear to read. You can also have a full map view in here, recently seen also in our A4 facelift review. Then a good grip with the steering wheel, although the one with Alcantara would be better. Sound control here on the right side with the thumb, and left control would be how you control the digital instruments. And the big news is here definitely this 10.1-inch screen. It will always be that size. Thank you. Finally, not 3 sizes anymore. There will be software differences though, so I want to give, still keep some extras. All via touch. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto connection is available right there. And also with the newer cars that are coming to the market now, also wireless Apple CarPlay, that's cool. GPS also looks pretty impressive, like this. It's also fast. We're here in Frankfurt at the Motor Show. So that's definitely an upgrade, but the GPS again will not be standard. You have to pay extra to get this software. This one based on a new MIB3 infotainment system platform by the Volkswagen AG. You can still connect your phone via Bluetooth, by the way, and of course the home menu like this. Everything is pretty simple and clean. I really like this system. It's good to control. Yes, you have lost the MMI knob to control it, but you can very well access it also from the driver's area. Yet again, controlling the touchscreen while driving is not maybe clever, but you also have new voice input, for example. We could show you when the car is properly powered now. Let's check the trunk of the S5 Coupé. Of course, it will be the same for the A5 Coupé. The Sportback will have the Sportback opening, so will not be limited like this. This is the advantage of a Sportback, of course. Here you're a little bit limited in height, and the convertible will of course be even more limited. But here I can, you can still live with that. And then you have those folds here, like this, for the middle part. And this here, this is just a release for the other one. And here, and then you have to go all the way around or push it from here. Oh, there we go. Yes. Success. And with a beautiful 3/4 rear perspective, we close the Audi A5 Facelift here with a special of the Audi S5 Coupé. Yeah, probably the sportiest one as from the look overall. The Sportback is of course more practical, and the convertible, the cabriolet, is of course, to me at least, always the most fun because it delivers you this open-top experience. Which one is your favorite of the A5 model line? Coupé, Sportback or convertible? Please tell me in the comments. The facelift, yeah, some fresh up in the exterior. The S models are a little bit more distinguishable now than to the other models. And especially for the interior, with this new infotainment screen, it looks pretty cool. Yeah, the MMI control knob is gone. That might be a downside to some. Then again, you have a more sophisticated system, an easier software to control, and also pretty nice as for the big GPS you have there. So smartphone connectivity also has been improved and so on. So I think overall, not too bad what they did there, and it's really nice that they have refreshed it now. Also some significant changes we've seen to the A4. So the same, of course, A4 and A5, they are both on the same, some would say, platform, share the technology, and that's why also the changes are somewhat similar. So now tune in to the A4 facelift reviews, for example, and soon we will have also updated driving reviews here with the A5 facelift.